Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into something truly special, a modern revival of a beloved classic. The 2025 Fiat 127 Sports Coupe has arrived, and it's not just here to tick the nostalgia box. Fiat has taken the spirit of the iconic 127 from the 70s and 80s and reimagined it for a new generation, blending retro charm with modern innovation. From its eye-catching styling to surprising performance specs, this coupe is turning heads for all the right reasons. So, let's not waste any time, let's take a full tour of this unique little car that's bringing personality back to the streets. Let's start with the first thing that grabs your attention, the front end. Fiat has nailed the retro-modern design language here. The front fascia carries that unmistakable 127 vibe with a squared-off grille, slim LED headlamps nestled into a clean black housing, and that signature Fiat badge proudly displayed at the center. It's boxy, but intentional. There's a playful aggressiveness in the bumper design, subtle curves in the lower intake with sharp creases around the corners, and if you're looking closely, you'll notice the throwback to the original hood lines that have been stylized into something new. It's respectful to the past without feeling like it's trying too hard. Swing around to the side and the coupe character really starts to shine. The proportions are tight, giving it a compact, sporty stance with a low beltline and slightly flared wheel arches that hint at performance. The two-door layout reinforces its classic coupe identity, while blacked-out pillars create that floating roof effect. It rides on 17 or 18-inch alloy wheels depending on the trim, and those wheels, especially the optional retro turbine style, look absolutely perfect with the car's overall theme. There's also a sharp crease running from the front fender straight through to the taillights, giving the side profile a clean, uninterrupted flow. Fiat's use of contrasting roof and mirror cap colors add an extra layer of visual interest, especially on the Sport Plus version. Moving to the back, this is where Fiat gets really bold. The rear design is upright and flat, much like the original, but it's brought to life with wide LED taillights that mimic the old 127's signature square look. A subtle spoiler is integrated into the hatch, and the rear bumper is wrapped in black trim with just enough texture and depth to break up the body lines. Dual exhaust tips on the turbo variant poke through with a bit of attitude, and a rear diffuser element hints at a car that's ready for more than just a Sunday cruise. It's retro futurism done right, a modern car that actually looks different on the road. Inside, Fiat continues to walk the line between vintage aesthetics and contemporary functionality. Slide into the cabin and you're greeted with a minimalist dashboard layout that still has depth and texture. The dash is layered with a soft touch top panel, a color-matched center strip that mirrors the exterior paint, and a piano black lower trim housing the climate controls. It feels simple but premium. The circular air vents are another nod to the past, while the 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system and digital gauge cluster ensure the car feels fully 2025. Fiat's Uconnect system is responsive, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard, along with a surprising number of customization options for gauge layouts and ambient lighting. The seats are a highlight, bolstered sports seats wrapped in a mix of synthetic leather and fabric, offering solid lateral support without being too aggressive. Red contrast stitching on the Sport Plus trim looks especially sharp. Rear seats are more symbolic than practical, as you'd expect in a coupe of this size, but they're serviceable for short trips or extra storage space when the seats fold down. Speaking of which, cargo space is surprisingly usable for a coupe thanks to the hatchback layout, not SUV level, but more than enough for weekend getaways. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. The 2025 Fiat 127 Sports Coupe offers two powertrains. The standard model is powered by a 1.2-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine pushing out 118 horsepower and 140 pound-feet of torque, paired with either a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. But the real fun starts with the Sport Plus variant, which bumps that up to a peppy 1.5-liter turbo inline-4 producing 153 horsepower and 170 pound-feet. On paper, those numbers don't scream sports car, but the car only weighs about 2,600 pounds. That low weight, coupled with a tight chassis and responsive steering, means it's quick, agile, and a blast to throw into corners. It's not trying to be a hot hatch killer, it's trying to be fun. And it absolutely succeeds. The suspension is firm but not punishing, and even with its short wheelbase, it stays composed over uneven roads. Fiat's new electronic limited slip differential adds a bit of extra grip on hard cornering, and there's even a dynamic mode that sharpens throttle response and tightens the steering. For daily driving, it's smooth and efficient, with fuel economy figures hitting around 34 mpg combined for the smaller engine and 31 mpg for the Sport Plus. Pricing is another area where Fiat is making a smart play. The base model starts at around $22,000, which makes it very competitive against similar-sized hatchbacks and coupes in the segment. The Sport Plus starts just under $26,000, and fully loaded with all the bells and whistles, you're looking at $29,000 tops. For what you're getting, the design, the fun factor, the tech, it's genuinely a great value. Fiat is clearly targeting younger buyers or anyone who's tired of every car on the road looking the same. If you're considering one, here's what I'd suggest. If you want a unique commuter with charm and efficiency, the base model is solid. But if you're in it for the full retro sport experience, go for the Sport Plus with the manual. It's an absolute gem and makes every drive feel like an occasion. To wrap it all up, the 2025 Fiat 127 Sports Coupe is more than just a tribute, it's a statement. It's about bringing fun, emotion, and personality back into driving at a time when so many cars feel soulless. It's not perfect, but it's not trying to be. And that's kind of the point. It reminds you why you fell in love with cars in the first place. Thanks for watching this full review. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments, would you drive the new Fiat 127 Sports Coupe? Catch you in the next one.